Hello all, welcome to DevOps Techie channel. So in this channel we are mainly going through the DevOps related content along with the scenario based interview questions or conceptual things both we are covering, right? So as part of our discussions today I come up with few more interview questions both conceptual and scenario based real time. Recently few of my friends faced some interview with a few of the companies. So I talked with them and collected the questions. I'm sharing with you guys few of them. So coming to discussion, complete Kubernetes architecture means they are not expecting about to control node, worker node, and in control node we have API server and scheduler control manager, all these things, right? So in the worker node we have kubelet, kubeproxy, docodymond, and pods. This is not at all they are expecting, guys. So what they are expecting, like if kubectl apply something you did, kubectl apply, you want to create deployment or pod something, what is the background happening in the Kubernetes? Is it first to go to which one, like API server, it will go there, it will verifying the authentication or YAML file, and then it move to etcd for storing. So what will happen if you communicated through kubectl? So this is the expectation of the person while you giving answer. This is one question, and one more thing is like write one manifest YAML file along with liveness and readiness probes. This is another question, and indirectly for this they ask like what are the health checks of pod, what is the liveness probe, what is the readiness probe, and why you need ingress, and what is the purpose, how you are configuring, like that, what is the hands-on as well, what you working on the daily basis with the ingress, and what is the purpose of Helm charts. This is not a that question, but like how you will deploy. Is it through Jenkins? Okay, then are you not using Helm charts there for the deployments? If you are using, what is the purpose exactly, how it is working? So, and directly they asked HPA, what is horizontal pod autoscaler, and then how it will get the metrics. For suppose if there is 80% CPU utilization, if it's mentioned, if we have replica set of 4 pods, for each pod the metric server will check if it's 80% completed, it will create new pod, right? If I mentioned a replica set like 4 into 20 parts, rest 20 parts. If 80% is the utilization, rest part 20%, 4 into 20 for each pod 4, 20% left, right? So what about this 80%? As a DevOps engineer, how you will uh, optimize it, like how you will utilize it, how you will reduce the cost for this 80% left 80% utilization. This is the expected questions there from the interviewer. So what is the full form of CIDR? What is the highest range in the CIDR? As we know 65 536, but we need to elaborate controlless, like something it's right, classless integrated direct range, something it's have. So what is the highest range? If this is the question, you don't need to have any memorable, you need to go through the concept. If they're asking for full form of CIDR, then you need to know the total concept, how this range is coming, how we are getting the total available IVs. We need to deep dive into the as brief part. So total VPC concept, they covered. In this VPC, one question is like they said, mm, for example, you have example.com here, and the application is in private subnet. Then how the end user will access from this example.com, from user to example.com, which is in private subnet. What are the AWS resources we can see there? This is the expected answer from them, like total of how it is routing, how is internet gateway, what is the public subnet, private subnet, difference between public subnet versus private subnet as well. So is there any checks, what are the security groups, and they asked about the NAT gateway, and difference between NACL and security group everyone will ask, right? So but they ask like NACL versus NAT gateway as well. So this is one question. And if there is a user trying to access example.com, that we cover, right? So tell about road 53. So this is also come under VPC concepts only, but they are asked like completely what is road 53, what is the purpose, how you are routing, is it a host based routing, path based routing, or something they want to confuse us as well. So road 53 also very important concept in AWS is VPC, guys. In the VPC itself we can expect more questions. If the topic is diverted into AWS part, it's like a more important thing only. You need to recall every concept, not like okay, this is internet gateway and then it is passing to public segment. But what is happening inside this internet gateway? How you are configuring this public subnet, private subnet in real time? Where is the differentiation coming while you are configuring? So in depth we need to know. And there is another scenario based, like netflix.com is there. One user accessed the movie. He some after watching some part of movie, it's showing like downloading only for one user. For one user it's not completely accessible, it's just buffering only. It is starting itself one user, for one user it's buffering. In this case, did you faced anything? What is the solution? Yeah, if and one more condition is like availability same only for both users. For both users availability zone same only. Then what is the situation? Did you face this situation? If yes, what is the solution? If you didn't face it also, might be what is your way of troubleshooting? That is one question. And we have one feature branch, dev branch, and release branch is there. Requirement is like this feature and dev branch needs to merge as one code, and that needs to build and deploy. In the build stage I need a sonar cube as well to check the code quality. What is complete build and deploy stages? Write everything in paper. This is the thing they are expecting, like what is the CI/CD process, have you implemented, uh, how we will do. If they needs to have feature and dev branch, means again you need to talk about branching strategy as well there. So there we need to talk about branching strategy while merging, and we need to talk about the git, how it's cloning. We need to talk about the Jenkins file is there, and you need to talk about the master architecture as well, like how master is assigning the task to agent, after what is the task do by agent after triggering the job. So you need to have all the end to end stage, each stage we need to explain. This is one question. And coming to terraform, TF is script to create S3 with IAM policy. If the discussion jump into Terraform, they are covering like total Terraform thing. What is state file? If it's come to state file, where it is storing remote backend purpose, why we need to choose S3 only. If suppose here under scenario based game, like two developers working on same state file only, then if they applied, I mean Terraform apply, if they given Terraform apply at the same time, is it worked? If not worked, what is the situation we will face? If it's worked, what is the situation faced? Is it possible two developers to do Terraform apply at a time? Actually, in real time, what we followed after having our Terraform plan, we will raise one PR, post the approvals only. We will proceed with the apply, right, to have the infrastructure ready. But in this case, just exclude about the PR part. But if the two developers knowingly or unknowingly, if they click Terraform apply, what will happen? Because already we have state file, state locking is there. So how you will configure this state file? Where exactly you will mention about the state file? Give me some how you will implement. So another here is like a Terraform. I'm just mentioning TFA shortcut, but don't have this direct command thing. Terraform refresh versus Terraform apply differences, and then Terraform TFE file, Terraform file for to create EC2. EC2 source provider is like AWS only. This is one question. And coming to another questions, NACL, NACL and security group as we discussed, right? Another thing like which database you are using in your project, which might it seems a simple question only, but there they are checking like are you real time worked or not, have you have any awareness on this database or not, which database you are using. This is one question, guys. Another thing I will come up, what is your application server? What is your application server? And then if pipeline failed with, so there is, if you triggered one job, so after cloning from the gate, the pipeline failed, with 403 error. What is the steps you will do? What exactly 403 error means? What is the troubleshooting you do from your side? That is one scenario based question. And ask like, tell me about your total project architecture. What is the total your project architecture, like how you are doing on the day-to-day base perspective? If tell me about the total flow. So and one more thing, there are three S3 buckets there. So among those three S3 buckets, and 5 EC2 instances also there. Among these three S3 buckets, one EC2 user need to access all three S3 buckets. So write Terraform script here and write JSON file for S3 bucket, complete JSON file they are expecting. And mm, what are types in S3 buckets? What are types in S3 bucket? Tell me about storage classes, how many storage classes is there, and all of sudden someone deleted EC2 instance, you will lost data. If you lost data, what will you do? What is your mind of action at this time? Some person accidentally deleted EC2. Are you able to recover the complete EC2? If yes, how you will recreate the same instance with the same API? I am giving here clue as well with the same AMI. And what is the three-tier architecture of your project? Three-tier architecture of your current project. And if all of the sudden state file got deleted, if state file got deleted, did you able to recover it, or what is happening with the existing infrastructure? How you will recover it? What is your way of thinking here? This is about one question. And another one is like, what is the difference between ALB and NLB? And few more questions as well, like did you face recent production issue? How you what is the root cause and how you fixed, and what is your biggest achievement? For that, did you got any award? So these are the few of the questions for one of the for two of the product based companies, which are covered total conceptual along with the scenario based questions. So guys, for this video I am making only questions. I need to do total workaround to have the complete answer for these questions. If might I have time, I will do. But you guys need to do some analysis from your side. Take the help of Chat GPT as well if you required. So stay tuned, guys. I will upload these type of more videos in future. So please subscribe to this channel so that you will be notified while I upload the new content. Hope you guys liked this video. If you feel it's useful, please share to your friends as well who are trying to come to DevOps career or who are currently seeking for new roles. It will be helpful for them, guys. Thank you, everyone.